up, everybody? This is Scott from Ultimatum, and we are here in sunny Los Angeles, California, at the studios of Roxx Productions, Rox Records, and go Kings, even though they didn't make the playoffs this year.
Can we give a plug for the Rams, too, while we're here?
Sure,
I hope they come back to Los Angeles pretty soon.
Yeah. But we're here with Bill Bafford, who is the owner of Rox Records, owner, president, just about everything. And in the background over there is the woman behind the label,
The treasurer.
Say hi, Carrie.
Hi.
There you go. And so what I thought I would do is we were going to just show some of Bill's and my favorite Rox Records releases since, when did you start?
It was actually right around the Striper Expo time, but before we get going into that, can I just make a quick comment?
Sure, take me out.
First of all, I want to say thank you to Scott. I mean, you've been a good friend to me through the years, and I am really happy to be sitting here after your health scare and everything. It is such a privilege, and I'm just so glad that you're here with me today and that
Thank you.
You're feeling a lot better, so thank you. And before I forget, because I know I always forget things, there was a lot of people through the years that helped make Rox become what it was. At the beginning, it was my friend Larry Boland, Matt Tanksley, Rich Gardner. Then it transitioned. My daughters actually helped a little bit at the beginning with some of the promotions we did, and Carrie has been instrumental this whole time for the last 10, 12 years. And then without you, a lot of these releases would have never came to be, so thank you to everybody. Rox Productions isn't just Bill, it's a lot of people that do a lot of things to help make this thing work,
Sure.
So thank you.
So what was the very first release that Rox put out?
Well, like I said, we started with, it was Larry Boland at the beginning. He was trying to put on the Striper Expo, and he was in need of a venue, and they were having a hard time finding a venue for the second Striper Expo down here, and he was looking around, and he'd got in touch with me, and Rich Serpa, who actually was the organizer of the Striper Expo, was in New Jersey, so it was hard for him. He put the first one on in Jersey, and then he didn't know much about California. So after Larry reached out to me, we found Azusa Pacific University. Long story short, it was a great 2-day event. Thousands of people came to the expo. It was actually the very first time that I met you. We got Ultimatum on stage. Oil was on stage that day.
Yeah, I think we were between Oil and Joshua.
Yep. And another one, East West. I met all the East West guys, and JJ and I, JJ Jenkins from East West, him and I have been good friends ever since for years too. So hey JJ, I hope you're out there doing good. After Striper Expo, we started Rox Productions, and then we started doing more events. One of the next events we did was the Extreme Mardi Gras, which was actually the first CD we put out. Extreme Mardi Gras 2002. It was actually only a release to send out as a promotional tool to people. I still have a 20, 30 left, but we made like 1,000 of them. We tried to send them everywhere. I was sending them to magazines, radio stations, anywhere we could, and the compilation had all the bands that were playing at the Extreme Mardi Gras at the time, including a commercial, a radio spot that we did was the very first track, and kind of a hidden track all the way at the very end of this thing. I don't know if anyone's ever seen it or listened to it or tracked it down. There's a hidden track at the end. It's actually the original Pastor Bob Beeman ad from the original Metal Mardi Gras.
I have that CD, I remember that, yeah.
On the CD, there was a bunch of great bands that played this. We had Barren Cross, we had Blist come out, Crush, one of Disciple's earlier shows, and we actually went on to do quite a few shows with Disciple all the way through the Not Rockstar tour.
So Recon played that show, and Deliverance played that show, Disciple, and Ultimatum played that show, and that was actually one of the earliest shows we did with Rob Whitlock.
Yep. So that was actually the first release, was this compilation that was
and
really...
I gotta say, that was a great show. There was a ton of people there.
It was packed.
It was packed.
Pastor Bob came out.
Pastor Bob, Michael, what's his Les Carlson from Bloodgood came out.
Yeah, Les Carlson was hanging out.
Larry Farkas was there with his band Salt.
With George
Ochoa and Glenn Mancuso.
Yep, George did double.
And that's actually how the whole Vengeance reunion kind of started a little bit. Which we might as well segment into this. You know, we put Ultimatum, my band Ultimatum, was playing at that show, and like I said, Larry and Glenn were there at the show, and one of the songs that we were doing live at the time was Burn. And after the show, they had a backstage area at that place, and after the show was Robert Sweet. Robert Sweet was back there, and Larry and Glenn came back, and they're like, "Dude, that was so awesome! And if we ever do a Vengeance reunion, you need to come sing for us." And I said, "Well, if you ever do a Vengeance reunion, give me a call."
That was really cool too, because Disciple was playing and they were big Striper fans, and that was one of the reasons Robert Sweet was there, because he actually went up on stage and did some drums on it with Disciple. I think they played More Than a Man, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yep. But anyhow, so a couple years later, thanks to Bill, I ended up being on this Once Dead. It was originally billed as Vengeance, but out of respect to Roger, they changed the name of the band to Once Dead. And then, I don't know who, was it you that came up with the clever title, Return with a Vengeance?
That would be me.
Yeah, that was fantastic, you know.
That was such an honor. I was really proud and happy to be a part of the show at the Chain Reaction in Anaheim, is where we actually put that on. The Vengeance guys have been really good friends and helpful in a lot of projects through the years. Larry, Doug, and all the guys, Glenn, everybody's been really great. And the Vengeance guys are just awesome. And then you adding your vocals to that, I really think you just, personally, I thought you did a great performance with the Return with the Vengeance.
But the first 100 of them were signed by the entire band, all 5 members. This happens to be one of those, and there are no more of these. So I mean, there are no more of the autograph copies for sure. And I'm not even sure you have any.
Well, we pressed a little over 1,000 of them because I gave a bunch of promos out, and I think I got like 20 copies left. That's about it.
So you've got 20 copies left.
20.
So if you really want one, you gotta be quick. Yeah. Are they on your website?
They are in the Rox production store. Yeah.
Great. So anyhow, I'm also very proud of this.
They're on Amazon too, by the way.
Got to say a very quick story about this one. I was here for a week practicing with these guys before the show, and my family was here too. We kind of made it a little bit of a vacation, so we did Disney and some other stuff while we were out here. And I ended up the day of the show getting sick as a dog. I was sick. And not only did I have to perform with these guys, but Ultimatum opened the show. I had to do an interview for the DVD, and then I had to practice in the morning with the band with was it Roger Del Martin for the first time. And I made it through, man. I'm going to say with God's help, man, I got through it because I walked off stage after the encore with Vengeance, which I believe the encore was either Human Sacrifice or White Throne, one of those two.
I think you're right.
And I walked off stage and I literally could not talk. I lost my voice. So anyhow, Once Dead, Return with a Vengeance.
On the Vengeance theme, the very first vinyl we ever did was just 2-3 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. And it was a picture disc for Human Sacrifice. These are gone. Unfortunately, I have none of them left, but this was an awesome piece to work on in this reissue, and Scott was instrumental in the artwork. And I was surprised that not a lot of people caught on to the artwork of this. I mean, you know, I was briefly involved with the Intense Millennium thing, which did some of the Vengeance reissues, and we got a lot of flack for those Vengeance covers. But we decided to go back to the original for the it was 20th anniversary,
right?
20th anniversary of Human Sacrifice. But we actually did a twist on it. This isn't actually the same cover as the normal, the main first album. This is actually the opposite hand. We actually were able to get, and by the way, does everybody know that that's Bob Beeman's hand?
Yeah, it's Bob Beeman's hand. And Bob told me the story.
Yeah, go ahead.
What he told me is that is actually the original photo, the way it was, and they flipped it on the original one. They inversed the photo because he gave me the original photo that he had, and that's what he gave me what he said was the original photo. It ended up not being an original photo because it ended up being a print because it had dots in it. And I spent hours and hours cleaning that sucker up and getting it to look like that. And it came out great. And it sounds good. I've heard people say, oh, it's a picture disc. But it sounds fantastic.
Yeah, the picture, I'm sorry. This is actually the test pressing.
That's the test pressing. Sorry. That's rare. That's really rare.
Those are gone too. I only do like 4.
There was only 4 test pressings. Those are gone. So anybody who has one of those test pressings, you got a rarity. But you can show it to them. The test pressing it's a picture of test pressing.
Yeah, they just don't put the actual picture on there so you can play the music and make sure the music is all in the right spots and in the right places. And it's just, so it's test pressing all over it.
And then that's just the proof.
This was the proof
of the artwork. Yeah. So, yeah, that's one of my favorite releases too. And I have the original pressing of this on vinyl, and this sounds far better.
Oh, yeah,
was that Isidro Garcia?
Yes. Yep.
Isidro Garcia did the mastering on it. I love Isidro. I know, some people say they don't like remasters. They think they're
He's
too
been
loud.
pretty exclusive for us. I mean,
he's
for the
doing some fantastic stuff
for us.
He's very good. He's not the quickest guy in the world.
Yeah, that's a true statement, Sid. If you're watching this,
but he's very good at what he does.
Yeah.
So,
definitely.
All right. So we're gonna go through some of the CD releases real quick. I don't want this to be an hour-long video.
Yeah, we'll just go quick.
But one question I did want to ask you was, what is one release that Rox has released that you did not sell as well as you thought? That you think was worthy of a sell?
I would have to say the Crossforce title, because I, for one, absolutely love that classic Christian metal stuff, and this was something that had never been released on CD.
Actually, I have CD in my hand, so.
Yeah. Rock Until the Final Day, and that was another one of my catchy titles. I thought it was cool too. The artwork on this was actually helped me designed by oh my God, I'm so sorry. By Brian Marshall.
Brian Marshall designed the cover, and then I did the.
Brian's actually done a lot of artwork for us in the past. Thank you, Brian. But
yeah, I did the layout for it. Yeah. And lots of scans on this one, and we're scanning in photos and.
Yeah.
guitar picks and buttons and all kinds of stuff to get this in. But it's actually a very good release. This is your mainstream.
Yeah, very mainstream
heavy metal. California band, right?
Yep. We sold the initial 100 because we added a bonus disc with them, which is what I think you have right there. This was actually for the first 100. So at the beginning they took off, and then it just kind of died after that. And I just think more people listen to it, they'd love it. But the first 100 actually had the Mercy demo, which was the band's first demo pre-Cross Force. So.
And this band played at the first Mardi Gras. It was called Metal Mardi Gras for that one.
Yeah.
So anyhow, Bill has said to me that if you guys go to the Roxx website and buy anything from the Roxx website, if you mention that you saw this video,
we'll send you a free copy of the Crossforce CD just because we think more people need to hear it. So when you place your order, there's a comments field. Just put, hey, I saw No Life Till Metal or Scott's video, and I'm interested in Crossforce, and we'll throw you a free CD with any order.
So there you go, free CD. Yeah. So now we're just going to show some of our favorites. I'm going to start where you can start. Why don't you start?
Well, I'll jump into one of the earlier releases right after the Mardi Gras one was Oil. I've been a huge Oil fan. Blake Nelson, a big fan of Ron's forever, but I worked with Oil on quite a few shows through the years, and we did a live album. They only did 2 albums. They had an EP.
Right, an EP and the full length.
And the full length called Refine, which both are amazing albums and are hard to find. But we did a live album off of a show they did called Choice Cuts Off the Chopping Block, and they're actually all hand numbered. We did 1,000 of them. Still got a handful left. I forget where they're numbered, but somewhere they are. Oh, right on the side. This is still a sealed copy. 769 of 1,000. But always fun working with these guys. Great shows, great men of God, and a great CD release here. And it actually had 2 unreleased songs at the 2 acoustic songs.
2 acoustic songs, yeah.
Medicine Man and This Is My Prayer.
For people who don't know, Oil was the band that Ron Reinhardt formed after he left Dark Angel. Yeah. And like I said, that's their 3rd and final release.
Yep.
Although they did record a couple songs for the Deliverance tribute.
That's true. That's true. And Dark Angel's back together.
Yeah, Dark Angel's touring and Ron's with them. And so I'm going to show my first up. This is an Italian. I'm going to call them speed, thrash metal, whatever. But this is they have Our Existence by Borders. I believe is this their 2nd album?
I believe it was the 2nd full length. Yeah.
But these guys have been around since the 80s.
They have. They were a Megadeth tribute band.
Megadeth tribute band, exactly. And then they released their first album was on Retroactive, I believe, or at least in the United States.
The World Hates Me.
And then this is their 2nd album, and it was originally released digital only. And then Roxx picked it up and released it on CD. And the original, I think the original.
Yeah, their very first demo called the Soft Fail System was their first demo, and we included a bonus disc with the first ones of 4 tracks of their first cassette demo. It was a cassette-only demo back then.
Right, and it was only the first 100?
First 100.
100 pre-orders? Yeah. So a lot of Roxx stuff, that came with, double CDs if you pre-ordered it. So
yeah. Another good example was the Eternal Right. We actually did a 2-disc set, World Requiem, which has this is called the Anthology. They're actually first and I think only album from Eternal Right.
The only full-length album,
right? Full-length album on Pure Metal Records was World Requiem. And we remastered it and reissued it on here with tons of bonus material. You got their unreleased demos, live tracks from Metal Mardi Gras, live tracks from Metal Midnight shows, a ton of stuff they did back in the early '80s or mid '80s, not late '80s. And this is another one that had the first 100 came with a bonus disc, which was actually a DVD of some live performances as well. Yeah.
So. But real quick, that band. If I'm not mistaken, Bobby Smith was a guitar player, and if I'm also not mistaken, he was one of the guitar players being considered for replacement for Randy Rhoads.
I do remember that. Yeah, he was. So, he auditioned, right?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know if he was being considered or he just auditioned, but yeah, there was some small connection there. But the sound of that, you know what? Instead of telling what the sound is like, I'm just going to put a real small clip in right here. So there you have it. That's Eternal Right, and I hope you dig it. He does have some of those for sale still, right?
Yeah, we're done. We made 1,000 of those, and we still got a handful left of those too.
So if you're interested in that, it's on the roxproductions.com website. My next one up is this is actually one that I had a huge hand in. This one, this is the Musketeers at Our Spell, and so anybody who watches my channel for any length of time knows that I'm always pumping this album. I love this album. Pastor Paul Scazafava, he's now one of the pastors of a church in Santa Fe. This was an album recorded in the late 80s, 88, 89, somewhere in that area, 90, and never released, except for on a cassette tape demo that they sold at shows. And I've always thought it was awesome. They came so close to getting signed with Intense Records back in the day. I don't know the whole story, and I don't know if I'm going to blow anything here, but somehow, and Jimmy Brown, if you're watching this, somehow you had a hand in that, I don't know, but didn't happen. Anyhow, the Musketeers, great thrash metal album, and I came out here, what year was this released? 2010. So I was out here in, 2009?
Yeah, 2009.
And we were going to the record store route, and I brought the tape with me, and I was playing it for Bill, and I'm like, this needs to be released. And
I heard it, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes, you have to help me, Scott. We've got to put this out on disc.
And we hired an artist. I can't remember his name for the life of me, darn it. But I wanted that kind of old school thrash metal feel.
I thought Brian Marshall.
No, it wasn't Brian Marshall.
Brian does a lot of stuff. He does all the best of compilations you guys see every year. He's a big help. So
Robert Wilson, Death is Gain.
Oh, that's right.
Deathisgain.com. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, so we were looking for that old school feel, and he created this cover.
An awesome job of that.
Awesome job. And then like a lot of the Roxx releases, I did the layout. And then again, the first 100 orders came with a bonus disc, and this one came with some of their early demos under the name Rapture. And it had the Vacation from Hell demo. Vacation from Hell demo. There's two different ones. This was the second version of Vacation from Hell demo when it was closer to thrash metal than power metal. We tried to include both, but we couldn't find a good master.
Nope.
Everything we had a very bad hiss through the tape, so it just wasn't worth including.
And while I think of it really quick, we keep showing these bonus discs. If you're really interested and you're saying, hey, how am I missing out on these bonus discs? Please go to roxproductions.com and sign up on our email list, and you'll hear them first when those pre-releases come out, which we're going to talk about at the end, and some new ones as well. So, and while I'm on that too, our website, David Garrison is our webmaster who does an awesome job for us in supporting it and all the updates and built the website for us. So David, thank you.
Anyhow, you guys know, and I've spoken this before, so I'll push it on. But Musketeers, Downward Spiral.
I play that all the time.
I love this record. I play it all the time too. So
I'm going to jump into this one. This one was one of the earlier releases we did too, and it's actually a DVD. Holy Soldier, Live, Rare, and Raw, and this one was one of the first 100 too. It was fully signed by the band. And it's actually escaping me now if we did a bonus disc with this or not.
No, I don't think we did.
But we made 1,000 of the DVD. It's sold out, and I get asked for this one all the time. I'm probably going to have to talk to Andy and see if we can do one. Maybe we can do it on Blu-ray. But it was a 1,000-piece pressing. It also included on this was Neon Cross, Ultimatum, and
I forgot. That's right, we were on there.
We threw a few bonus tracks from the show when we recorded the show, and these were all the bands that opened up: Neon Cross, Ultimatum, and Tychus. So good stuff on there.
Yeah, Tychus, and that was Randy Michaud, Trog.
Yep.
So you guys know Trog from, if you watch my channel, Trog has been on it many times. So yeah, he sang for Tychus for a while. Heavy metal band out of Arizona, Phoenix.
And Troglodyte Dawn.
Yeah, Troglodyte Dawn. Doom. My next choice is Pylon. I've been told it is pronounced Pylon. I've said Pylon.
Believe it or not, I still get torn on that too.
I think it depends on what your accent is. Pylon, I'm going to say Pylon.
Guys, if you're watching, email us and tell us the right way.
Yeah, Pylon. And this is Doom. Traditional Doom. I wouldn't even say it's epic Doom, like maybe like the first Candlemass or
I love it.
Or who else would you compare it to? Pentagram maybe?
Yeah, Pentagram,
not
Candlemass, somewhere in the middle there.
Yeah, not quite as simple as Pentagram, no. Of course, Sabbath.
Yeah,
Sabbath.
Sabbath, yeah.
And they do a Sabbath cover on this album, Paranoid. I played a clip of that before. It's awesome. It's so slow.
It is. And we actually just released their brand new one right after this too, Homo Homini Lupus, which came out.
Which is also great. And
that was actually doing really
that
well.
was actually available on vinyl, not from Roxx, but it was available on vinyl for a time.
No, this one's on vinyl.
Yeah, oh, that's right, this one, yeah.
Darwin of Hell, yeah.
So, you know what, real quick, I'm going to throw a little clip in right here. Harrowing of Hell, Doom Metal on Rox Records.
I'm going to go into Jimmy P. Brown. We've done a lot of stuff with Jimmy Brown in the past. We just released the brand new Jupiter 6 album, which is awesome. It's just starting to pick up and do well, and the band, Jimmy's going to be doing a lot more with Jupiter 6 in the coming year. So if you haven't got that yet, I still have a handful of bonus discs. We printed a bonus disc for that one too, which had some cover songs and some rarities from him. But also, we did the latest Deliverance release. Hear What I Say. Another one that I can't stop playing and getting enough of. Brand new Deliverance album. It came out a year and a half ago. But amazing Deliverance stuff. I really love it.
I'm going to say my favorite tracks from that one. Well, first of all, they do an Iron Maiden cover on here.
Yes.
Where Eagles There. Awesome cover. The Angels of Subterfuge. Great song. And Angst. That Angst could have been on, the very first Deliverance record.
Yeah, it could have. Yeah.
And that's kind of this. I see this record as it's kind of all over. I mean, not all over the place musically, but if you know the Deliverance catalog, it's all over the different eras.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of everything on here for Deliverance. I would say this is a full-on thrash album, but there are some full thrash songs on here.
Yep. Oh, and it did come with the
bonus
item.
And the bonus item for this one was a poster that was numbered and signed. This one's 160. This happens to be 167 of 200, and they're all signed by Jimmy Brown of Deliverance.
Very nice, 11 by 7.
And Bill actually, digging through his closet, actually found a few more of these.
Yeah, I thought they were sold out, and as we were looking for this, I found 4 or 5 more. So
if somebody's interested in buying one of these posters, send him a message. Let him know. I'm sure he'll give you a great price on it. So, and then we got a few more left. This was an easy one for me.
Oh, we're gonna get into Ultimatum.
Rox has been working with Ultimatum for years.
Before you even go there, I just gotta say, not only are you and I good friends, but I'm probably one of the biggest Ultimatum fans. I just can't get enough Ultimatum music in my life.
Great. I mean, I like Ultimatum music too. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't do it. So, but was this the very first release we did for you?
That's the Till the End EP. Yeah, that's
right. So I think this is the very first Rox release we did, and this is the Till the End EP. And anybody knows anything about Ultimatum history? There was a big gap.
I think we numbered these too, didn't we?
Yes, they're numbered.
Yeah.
Mechanics of Perilous Times came out in 2000. 2001, depending on what country you live in. It came out in Europe and Germany in 2001 on Massacre Records, or Gutter, which is a division of Massacre Records. And then it came out here, we put it out independently. But then there was a huge gap where we didn't have a label, we were switching out members. We finally started recording stuff again around 2005. And we recorded a 4-song demo. And we shopped it around to some labels. And what we ended up doing with that demo after Into the Pit came out was we put that demo out on an EP called Till the End. And this has a 6-song demo. It's got the 4-song demo on here. It's got Sins of Omission, which is a Testament cover we did. And then it's got the live...
Wasn't that actually on the compilation album?
It was on the Jump in the Pit Testament, Tribute to Testament, yeah. So anyhow, this is the very first album Rox did for us. It is an EP. It is sold out. I don't think he has any of these left.
Yeah, those are gone.
And last time I saw them on eBay, they were ridiculously priced. But this is just old school. I love the layout, and I do admit I did the layout, but I kind of like that old school look where you just have all the pictures and you can see all the
memorabilia. And
all the memorabilia.
I love that stuff too.
And I even put one of Sean's broken drumsticks in there. Yeah, I mean, I love this little EP. So if you can ever find it, if you're interested in Ultimatum stuff and you ever find one, this is going to be an eBay only kind of thing, because this is Bill's personal copy that he has in his studio and the only one he has left.
And then next we did Puppet, right?
I think so. 1998, Puppet came out on Puppet of Destruction, which is this album, came out on Roxx Productions out in Australia. And I didn't care for the mastering. I never liked the mastering. Our deal with Roe was after 10 years we retained the rights back to our everything.
Yeah, that's right.
So we got our rights back in 2009 or 8, whatever it was, and then we put this out, had it remastered by Isidro Garcia, and he did a fantastic job. Despite the fact that this is a 90s production, it kind of has some of that digital drumming sound, because we did use triggers for this album. The sound on this is so far superior to the original issue. And this too contains bonus tracks. Never, Sins of Omission, and Mortal Stomp, which we re-recorded.
Yep.
And this too came with a bonus track if you pre-ordered it.
Fatal Delay demo.
Which we fought with we fought with you tooth and nail not to put on there. We hate this demo.
Oh yeah, you're not supposed to see that. I forgot.
We hated this demo, but we let him do it for the 100 copies. So it was only 100 copies that was made. It came with a little card. I didn't see it.
Unfortunately, you can't even ask me to make any more because I've tried to run a few more, and the band just does not want to print anymore.
So there's the card that came with this one. Happens to be signed by me back in 2009. But yeah, this is his personal copy. You know, this one's also signed by me. So you're up.
All right. Sticking with the Ultimatum theme, up next, you can touch the promo if you want, but Heart of Metal. We were going to talk about this in 3 different formats, actually, because it's such a great album. This is a compilation, 20 years of Ultimatum. We had 4 brand new tracks that we got the guys in the studio, recorded 4 brand new tracks, which were some of the best tracks.
I'm very proud of those tracks.
And then a remastered compilation of the best of, and at the time we actually went out to all the fans all over the internet everywhere, and we said, hey, help us pick the top, was it 10 or 12 Ultimatum songs, and we rifled and went through all those and came up with everyone's fans' suggestions and came up with 20 years of Ultimatum. We initially did it on a CD of 1,000. These sell really well. This is a really good one if you want the CD version. It did so good, we actually went on next to do, wait, did we do the vinyl or the box set next? The box set.
The box set.
We made a limited amount of only 100 of this. I was really proud of this one. It was so much fun to be a part of. My wife Carrie and my daughter Brittany, they both helped tremendously as we did an assembly line putting this thing together. Because inside this thing, and we'll just touch on it real quick, or do we have time to go through it real quick?
Well, I mean, I actually did it. If you want to check, I'll put a link below.
Oh, there you go.
I did a
because this could take a while.
And it's basically, yeah, you can check my video. Click on the link below, and you can see I went through each item. But it's what, 4 CDs, a DVD, guitar patches,
stickers, all kinds of stuff.
That little box has a ton of crap packed in it. But I'm very proud of that box set too.
Sorry, they're all gone too. But
yeah, they're all gone. eBay's the last time. Unfortunately, last time I saw one on eBay, it went for $255.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
It's crazy. Carrie's got her eyes got this big.
Oh man, I think mine just got sold.
You better watch out. You're going to show up on eBay.
Oh, and then next was the vinyl version. We did 300 copies of Heart of Metal on vinyl. Unfortunately, we couldn't compact everything on the CD because it was kind of an all-inclusive, but we got the best tracks and compiled them on here. 10 great songs. Scott, again, helped me with the artwork and layout. We did a full-color, awesome, hand-numbered insert. This one, oh, I got the test pressing. I keep grabbing the test pressing.
That's all right.
This one's the test pressing.
I don't think I've ever showed the test pressing before, so.
As well.
The original is on green vinyl or black, and it has the custom Ultimatum logo. But this has the Erica Records logo on it.
Yeah, Erica Records is who we've done all of our record pressing through, and actually we're going to talk a little bit about that towards the end. But
and they actually were a label too, and so there's some 80s, obscure '80s stuff on Erica Records because I have some of that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a Deliverance test pressing that also has that Erica logo on it.
Yep.
But personally, I think the vinyl. This vinyl sounds awesome. Fantastic. Yeah. I mean, I'm a bit biased. It's my band, but I mean, even compared to the CD, Isidro Garcia did the mix. He remixed some of the songs for this, and he remastered it. He did a great job.
I can't seem to hit the lens. Sorry.
I don't know who the what's the name of the artist?
Oh, this was David Beeson.
David Beeson, who was a
cartoonist, right?
Yeah, comic artist, and he did the cover for that. We actually originally wanted to hire Rexorcist, who did the Into the Pit cover.
Yeah.
But I can't remember for whatever reason he wasn't available at the time, so we searched around and David Beeson.
So if you ever wonder what Scott Waters looks like as a cartoon character,
ripping my own heart out.
Just pull this up.
Yep. This is too. This is
oh yeah. We just did this is just something we every once in a while. You know, with digital now, we don't do them as much, but this was 3 or 3 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Anyways, we still did some promos. This was a CD promo. We actually did a split release at the time we were releasing the new Join the Dead album at the same time. That one. So we did a split promo here with Join the Dead and Ultimatum and did a few songs of each of them and sent them out to radio and magazines. And just
Join the Dead is Mike Phillips' band. Mike Phillips of Deliverance and Face Down.
Correct. And if you like old school thrash, really kind of with more of a modern twist, it's great stuff. I absolutely love Join the Dead, and Michael Phillips is also one of my biggest friends now. So, and I can't play the song for you, but I've heard a brand new Join the Dead song, and they're getting ready to release a new album with us by the end of the year, and it just smokes.
So what do you think your favorite song is on the Join the Dead EP? This is actually a full-length album.
it's-
There's a bunch of demo material on here, but it's an EP with a lot of bonus tracks.
You're right. Idle Faith was actually an old song of theirs that they redid, but for some reason Idle Faith.
Idle Faith.
In my head, yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw right in here. I'm going to throw a little clip of Idle Faith. So there you have it. That was Join the Dead, Michael Phillips with Idle Faith. Excuse me. And that's a Roxx release. And am I not mistaken in saying that they are working on new material?
Yes, that's what we're they got a brand new song. It sounds killer, and they have a full, I want to say 6 to 8 songs written. And I was just speaking to Michael, and Jimmy P. Brown is actually helping do some of the mixing for Michael Phillips with this one. So Join the Dead coming out hopefully by the end of the year. Maybe it might be early 2016. So don't hold me to that. But the band is working as much as they can to get that done.
And I know this video is getting a little long, and I apologize for that. But
We're almost done.
thing, I just wanted to ask what's coming in the future.
Yes, where we're going next. I don't know if you can hear that music in the background, but what you're actually hearing right there is the mastered for vinyl by Sid, Mortification, Break the Curse album, which Scott and I just delivered to Erica Records on Friday. So we went in there, met all the crew again, saw the record pressing plant, dropped off the masters. We dropped off all those special made inserts, which if I had one I would show you, but I forget where they are. I think they're in that record crate over there.
Oh, keep talking, I'll go get it. Excuse me.
Yeah, we'll show you the insert. This is a pretty cool insert that Scott developed for it. But we're about to, it's at the pressing plant, so you watch for those really close. Again, like I said, sign up on our email list because we are going to be releasing 150 limited edition copies on silver vinyl and 150 copies on black vinyl, 300 copies only. And usually these go pretty quick, so you're going to want to get in, and Scott made a killer insert for this one. So you're getting the first sneak peek look at it right here.
This is the insert, the actual printed insert. This was an old concert flyer from late 80s, early 90s.
Yep.
Mortification show, and I converted it into this for Steve. Intense grinding metal. And then in the back, got some photos of the band and the classic Total Thrashing Death logo. And the lyrics. This is the actual insert.
This is coming out really nice. And if you are a Mortification fan, be sure to get on that email list because there's going to be 50 special packages. Steve is actually sending us all the way from Australia. They're in the mail right now. 50 to 60 of his last copies of the original Break the Curse 1990. So we're going to offer a few bundle packages where you're going to get the silver vinyl, the original 1990 pressing, and one of the last copies of we actually did the 20th anniversary gold edition on CD and DVD, which we made 1,000, and these are almost gone. So I saved about 70 to 80. So we're going to figure out, once those get here, put some special packages together, as many as we can, to get rid of the last of these and the original Break the Curse demos and some vinyl. So stay tuned for Mortification.
Great.
On the Mortification front, if you don't know, One Row Vision also just came out with a brand new CD this year. And in that same package, he's sending me 100 copies of the new One Row Vision CD, which we're going to bundle with a way we found to press and make a very limited edition, very, very limited, only 100 copies of One Row Vision on vinyl later
You
this
said it was
year.
called the Underground Series?
Yeah, we're going to, actually, thank you for announcing that. This is going to be a brand new series we're hoping it kicks off. If everyone does well with the One Row Vision and we sell these 100, which I think we should be able to blow through easily, we're going to launch this Underground series, and then up next you just might see Into the Pit in an Underground series of 100 copies. So
That'd be cool.
So buy the One Row Vision and help us.
Into the Pit, so.
If One Row Vision sells and it starts doing good, we'll keep the Underground series going and try a few ways to get some Ultimatum and maybe some other indie releases that might otherwise have been available to come on vinyl. So.
And then one more.
Lastly,
this is what I am anxious for.
Recon, Behind Enemy Lines.
Enemy Lines.
Celebrating its 25th anniversary also this year, along with Mortification. Both originally. Oh no, I'm sorry. This was originally on Intense Records.
And that's the original Intense pressing.
This is the original Intense pressing.
Rare as can be.
Which, and I will not tell you what we had to pay for this, but it was actually an investment because to make this new art, Scott needed the original album cover and we could not find one anywhere. I will tell you that this one came from Russia. Russia just came in from Russia, so this is actually the original.
But it is an original pressing. It's not a bootleg. A lot of Russian bootleg pressings. This is an original pressing.
I got to be honest, neither one of us really liked the back of this. It has the lyrics. There's really no insert on this, and the original has the lyrics pressed on directly on the back of the album cover. If you could see that.
Yeah.
That's not what you're going to see.
We'll be changing that. Yeah, that won't be staying. The front cover we will stay true to as best we can, but the cover is going to change.
So this is the original Intense Records version. So. Sorry, Scott. This one's staying in my collection.
All right, on. So yeah, that's coming up soon as well. That's being remastered by.
Actually, George Ochoa is mastering it himself.
There you go.
We're actually going to do 300 of those on vinyl. We're going to do 150 in a special color, which I can't really say yet. I have an idea. We're going to try and do camo, but it's just outrageous. So unfortunately, we can't do camo. But I think we were going to do 150 black and 150. Do you remember what color we talked about? I better not say because I'm not 100% certain. But we're also going to do 300 of these on a CD. And the CD is also being remastered by George, and he's actually giving us 3 exclusive bonus tracks that we're going to hear on the CD version only. So.
There you go, awesome power metal. Sorry, I cannot play a clip of that song. That is Intense property. So yeah, I'll get a copyright ding for that from YouTube. Can't go there. So. Yeah, well that's it. Thanks for watching again. And this is, another edition of, well, I don't even know what this is because I've never actually done one of these before. So
it was fun, thank you.
Yeah. So anyhow, again, we're at, Rox Records studio, and that's it for us. We'll see you later. God bless. Stay strong.
Am I supposed to do that with you?
Sure. Why not?